Welcome to Wise Beyond Bitcoin, your favorite place to wise up on crypto. And today we have a very special educational outreach program. And this is really the purpose of this is if you're new to crypto, and even if you are a crypto vet, it's a very precarious space, a new technology, and there's a lot of fraud and a lot of scams. We're not talking about pump and dump cryptos. We're talking about legitimate scams that are out there at opportune times. So hopefully at the end of this video, you will know exactly what to look out for, and you have an opportunity to put some good love and karma into the world and help those that have been hurt in the process. So um, without further ado, I would like to introduce you all to someone who I worked closely with throughout the process of the Wise token liquidity phase. And um, she did her due diligence. She did a lot of research and talked to a lot of people in the community and asked very thoughtful questions and learned a lot. And at an inopportune time, got hit by an intricate scam, and we're going to go over one here shortly. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to one of the members of the cryptocurrency blockchain space and Wise token, Amelia.
Hi, Lucas. Thank you very much. Nice to be here today. So you want me to talk a little bit about how the story, right? What happened. I want to share today with people so that you can hopefully, obviously, not fall for what I did and not go through this hard lesson that I had to learn. I'm brand new to crypto, so I mean brand new. Didn't even understand what it meant. So I spent 2 months researching crypto and trying to learn, the use of crypto and the history of crypto and the future of crypto. So after a good 6 weeks on that, I decided that it was something I wanted to dig further into. It wasn't going away. And I spent a good 2 weeks watching videos on cybersecurity, cryptocurrency security, what not to do. Crypto Casey, there is a bunch of videos that I really thought I had done my due diligence. I set up independent emails so that I didn't use my general email. I set up an email just for my crypto. I did the two-factor authentication with Google and with Authy on my phone. I didn't save any of my passwords on my computer. I put everything in a notebook. That was one of the things I was advised to do. But eventually I did end up losing a lot of my crypto through a scam on Telegram. So it was a chat room scam. Earlier, as Lucas mentioned, I had reached out to the Wise team. I had emailed back and forth to, I don't know if it was Peter or the Wise token address team, and they had responded. They had actually introduced me to Lucas, that he could help me with a few deeper questions because I wasn't comfortable yet. So I had emailed Lucas from Beyond Bitcoin, Wise Beyond Bitcoin, so that we could talk and understand. I also met Devin before I bought, so I had further questions, and I just felt that I had so many questions, I didn't have the nerve to keep asking the same person, to be honest, right? So I had so many questions with Wise, then they introduced me to Lucas, then they introduced me to Devin, and I kind of farmed out the questions because I felt so needy and so green, just so uneducated. Just a little history, I do work online full time. So I work in Canada, and I work in the Canadian finance industry. So I do take fraud training courses. I know the importance of keeping cybersecurity and your privacy. I carry a lot of clients' information. I work in the finance industry. Anyways, so what I ended up doing, it was late at night one day, and I was on the Telegram chat, and had a member reach out to me, which there's always these bots that warn you that members will never reach out. But this particular member I had reached out to maybe 3 days earlier. So because we had spoken a few times, I didn't feel that they were reaching out to me. You know, it says that members, administrators will never reach out to you. Well, we had already been in communication a couple times. So when I posed a question in the general chat room, and then I was given an answer via private chat from, I don't know, let's say Mr. Smith. I thought that Mr. Smith and I had kind of a relationship. We're not, you know, not really a relationship, but we had talked before. So I didn't feel that he was reaching out brand new. He had already been in contact with me. So at that point, he answered my question, and this was obviously the scammer. This was fake. I also didn't know that Telegraph was something that I didn't research at all. I had not come across Telegraph. Am I saying it right? Is that what it's called?
Telegram.
Guys?
Telegram.
Telegram. Okay. Yeah, Telegram. And so there's all the different chats on Telegram. And I found that link through the Wise Token page, right? But in all of my studying or researching, nowhere did I research Telegram. It was just, I never came across it in crypto. So in that Telegram, you can ask all these questions. And I was trying to learn how to link, how to refer myself, to be honest. So I had not been brought into the space by anybody. So I thought maybe I could refer myself. But anyway, so Devin had told me not to bother doing it. It wasn't worth the energy, and I didn't listen. Sorry. But it was through that private message of somebody that reached out to me, and then they ended up asking me for my seed words. And they sent me the link to put the seed words in because it said it was going to sort of link my two wallets. And then my husband had come in the room and we looked at the link and we said, this is kind of weird. There was no site map. There was no further information. So I closed out of that site because I felt that I am not just going to trust a link somebody sent me. But I went and I Googled the name of the site and it brought it up independently and it was on the top Google. But I somehow felt safe that I hadn't clicked on the link they gave me, but I went to it direct via Google. Mm-hmm. But that was obviously not safe. That was stupid. And then I put the seed words in, and I don't know why. I mean, I've rewatched the videos that have told you never to do it. I just can't express how stupid it is, and it's embarrassing to share, but I'm sharing because I want people to know that it's happens, and it happens very swift. So after I put the words in, it was late at night, I was tired. I said, this isn't working, because it popped up with an error message and it said it didn't work. And I said, oh, good thing it didn't work. I closed it down. I said, I'm going to look at this in the morning when I'm fresh. That chat person that I thought was admin continued to chat with me, and they didn't take my money that evening. They waited until the morning and they came back on and chatted with me some more and asked me, you know, how is it going? They said, oh, they have to go have breakfast. They're going to come back in 10 minutes and, you know, am I available? And I said, yeah, I'll go have breakfast too. And so they left my money sitting there for over 14 hours as they worked to get my second wallet, which I had set up for my daughter. And during that time, I think this is an important part to note. During that time, I had reached out to Devin and I had asked Devin about this, and another admin I reached out to. And they both told me, oh my gosh, don't do this. It's a scam. Don't put your seed words in anywhere. At that point, I knew it was a scam then, but I still didn't comprehend that the night before when I put my seed words in, it was already done. Like they already had access to my wallet. Had I understood that, I had time to go into my wallet and change my seed words because they hadn't taken the money yet. So this is an important part, I think, for people to understand. I was in the middle of the scam and I just still didn't even know it was a scam, right? I could have gone in and changed my seed words and I didn't. But then I said nasty to the person I was chatting with that, you know, you're a terrible person and why are you doing these mean things? And I'm not going to continue this conversation with you. Well, see, I didn't realize. So then, of course, they had already had my seed words. They clued in that I had clicked into the scam, and then within a second, my money was gone. So that's the nuts and bolts of it. Obviously, I'm not proud to tell this or want to share this to my friends or anything, but I need people to understand that, you can be well versed on the computer to an extent and work on it full time and do a lot of research, and you still need to be super witty. But I don't want to scare people either. I have got back on the horse as much as I can. I mean, I obviously lost a large chunk of money, so there's not a lot, but I believe in the value that crypto is bringing, the decentralization of, I don't even know the exchanges. I don't really know all the language. It's like learning a new language, but I didn't understand until I started to research a lot. The town I live in Canada, for example, we have a lot of migrant workers that come from Mexico and different places for the summer to work. And I see them lined up day after day in the summer, and they're at Western Union and they're sending money back to their families. Western Union takes $10, $20 a chunk of every 100. I also see people that I have homes that I know, down south, and they travel and they have to wire money, and it's like $80 to wire money. So when I started to learn the value of crypto and how I can see it playing into the future for, there's half the world's population that don't have a bank account. But if they have a phone, most of them have phones, and they can use crypto to share and to brighten their villages, and people are going to be able to trade and do business without paying these huge fees to finance societies. The future of crypto is amazing when I look at that and the value that I think it's going to bring. So I have to continue to learn and persevere and get back on the horse. It's going to do a lot of good things, I think, for a lot of people that don't have the opportunity right now, right? They say it takes money to make money, but crypto is going to enable a lot of people to, I think, have small businesses in the future and move forward without the banks controlling every move. That's my 2 cents worth. Is there anything else that you think I should share?
That was beautiful. I thank you very much. I mean, everything what you said resonated with me. Other than I would say, I would feel no shame in this because, having myself a background in economics and finance, I lost a lot of money in bad projects. I had to, because it really doesn't matter what your background is. When there's a new technology and a new language and a new jargon, there are always new innovative scams that you can't know until you go through, and there have to be people that pay the dues and learn the hard way. But that's, it's definitely not stupidity. It's definitely not stupidity. And it's something that has happened to many people. And I'm going to scroll through an article here to talk about the Telegram thing. Actually, that you mentioned that, I will say that I didn't even think about that, but Peter, the founder, who I've spoken to on Telegram a couple of times, as I did a lot of grassroots work to help build value in the community, that I had someone reach out to me with a fake account from him, and it was his picture, and it was a private message, which we have private message in the past, not a lot, but we've had messages like you said. And the person told me, hey, I need some money because it's an emergency, but I'll get you back real quick. And I immediately knew, because of my relationship with Peter is not on such a level where he would ever telegram me asking me for cash. I thought, well, I'm sure that there are many people in his family, or if there's an emergency, calling Lucas on Telegram isn't what you're going to do. So I wrote it off. But what I did see was how intricate it was. It looked like it was his profile. If I didn't go click on it to see the actual name of the email attached to it, I would have thought it was him talking to me. I mean, really. So that it's really, what you're learning is how intricate these new scams. And I've just recently gotten on Telegram too. So that's something that is definitely something to be very wary of.
Yeah, I work for the company, and I get.
Well, even what you said and you said that you clicked on the name to see who it really was. I still don't know how to do that. And if I was to show you my telegraph here, if we can, I don't know.
Telegram.
Well, anyways, I can't show it to you. Yeah. But yeah, I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different Wise channels now. I don't know how come, because it just keeps adding channels to this Telegram of mine. I don't select them, but they always come. Every once in a while I go in and I delete a bunch. But I don't even know how to find out if somebody's real or not. You said you clicked on Peter's name and you were able to tell. I still don't know how. And during this scam, I was on I think, I don't know, the phone, I think, with Devin or chatting, because my other friend who was in Wise, I had introduced him to Wise, he was getting the same kind of message at the exact same time because we both wanted to connect these two wallets. And so I started to talk to Devin and say, hey, Devin, my friend Dawn is getting these messages. And that's how we figured out it was a scam. But there was 2 different people, both representing admins. And yeah, it's crazy. The pictures are the same. I don't even know how Telegram allows you to create another account when somebody already has that account.
Well, before this meeting's over with, I know
weird.
that we'll walk you through Telegram, because I learned recently there is a way to, and someone had to share that with me, but there's a way you can block people from automatically adding you to groups. And there's a way you can make sure your phone number is not seen. So there's a couple things that can be done privacy wise, security wise on Telegram, which is another thing, which is a good service announcement. Telegram is used a lot in cryptocurrency and as a social media platform to communicate. So absolutely make sure you do some research on, and I'm new to it too, so could have easily just happened to me. Go to Telegram and do some research on Telegram privacy and security settings if you're going to start using it, because Telegram is one of the main avenues for major scams and phishing attacks, and they are intricate. You can be in finance, you can be in cryptocurrency, and if you're in a new social media platform or anything that's relatively new, there are people who have a very new scam, a good scam waiting for you. So that'll be I'm gonna go ahead. Devin, do you have anything to add to this?
I just want to say that everything Amelia is saying is true. I was there with was Zooming with her through most of it. On the day that happened, oh my gosh, I was like, I felt really close to her from Zooming so much and answering her questions. And it was really actually a good way at the beginning for me to, do some market research. What do new people to this think? But that day that she sent me the screenshots of her Etherscan, I was just like, Zoom with her right away, just, what's going on. But oh my gosh, I was so sick. I was so sick that entire week. And I'm sure she was far more sick than I was. But I'd really admire how strong you are in getting back on the horse, and you seeing the long-term potential in all this, and not just with Wise specifically, but with all of cryptocurrency, and knowing that, you shouldn't feel any shame. Like Lucas said, you shouldn't feel any shame for that, because you did everything right. And it's just, there are evil people out there, and it is awful. But I'm really proud of you for being so brave to get back into this.
You were a super help that week, because it was gut wrenching. It was it was very hard. And
Remember,
it was nice to have someone just to talk to, because really you don't even want to tell people, right? It's so embarrassing. How do you tell people?
Yeah, we've all lost money. Obviously, not all like through scams, maybe bad projects, maybe just not selling at the right time and the bubble pops. So it's certainly a wild west of finance right now. But we're certainly in it in early days. So just hold on and be smart, and learn, right?
Absolutely. And so I guess the main thing that we can all learn from Telegram, be careful. Obviously, MetaMask. MetaMask is one of the major gateways, obviously, for Ethereum and for ERC20 tokens, Web3 connection. MetaMask wallets operate on giving you a 12-word seed phrase. And one thing I want to roll through is what to look out for scams. And one of them, obviously, I'm going to leave a link for this article for people who want to look at this and educate yourself, because it's a very, very well written article on some of the most elite scams, or what's the word I'm thinking of? Elite, not elite, just the most
Intricate, maybe?
intricate. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it. I was having a brain. Intricate, the most intricate scam. And here we go. So MetaMask users find empty wallets. And what happens is you will find at the right time when you go to Google, like you did, Emil, when you go to the search engine at the right times, they will have coordinated advertisements that literally show up at the top. They literally show up at the top of a Google search. And so if you're wanting to do your due diligence, say, I want to double check this off of Telegram and go to Google and search it, when they coordinate these hacks and these scams to be even more efficient, they have that ad paid for. So don't use ads. Don't use sponsored websites. That's one of the main takeaways on this article. And also understand that you're not going to know the difference by looking at the website. This is the fake website will show you the exact same page you would see on the official MetaMask website. So one of the main things you have to do is look at, always double check the web domain. The web domain is one of the keys to always check when you're going to a website, whether it's the official Wise Token website. If it's my website, make sure it says wisebeyondbitcoin.com. It's got that little lock. If it's the Wise Token website, wisetoken.net. Don't go to a website that looks similar. Don't go to wisetoken.com or wisetoke.net, unless it's a different website that you mean to go to. But the idea is double check the domains, right? And so I'm going to scroll down. I'm going to leave this article, like I said, but here that shows on Twitter, this happened just a month ago, December 2020. And you have people who've been in crypto for years, Amelia. And that's what I wanted to show you, that there are people who've been in crypto for years. And when these intricate scams come along, they wake up $30,000 in USD, all of my coins completely lost, and that was them thinking that they were doing the right thing that they're used to seeing. And so I'm scrolling through this quickly. I'm not going to read the article right now. I'm going to leave it in the description below. What I'm also going to leave in the description below is your new address, your Ethereum address that you have the 12 words to. And I'm going to leave that. So for people who you get the value out of this, you learned something from this video that you didn't know before, and it's going to help protect you from a scam, because now you know something about Telegram, or now you know not to use a sponsored or ad website and what to look out for. Don't send us anything. You can't anyway at Wise Beyond. But what you do right now is send a little love, send some Ethereum to Amelia, and because that's what we're all about. The cryptocurrency is new, and the people who are getting into crypto are the 1, 2, 3%ers. It's a new technology, and it's all of us. We want to get back up on the horse in life when something happens to us, and we take a learning lesson. And here I come across more of these web domains that were all popped out at the same time. And of course, here's the website. You're not going to know the difference unless you look right up at the top and you check that domain. This is an opportunity. Put a little love, put a little karma. And hey, guess what? What's cool about Wise Token is, check this out. If you'd like to, you don't even have to send Amelia some in the future. You don't have to send her, and you'll be able to use her address as a referral link. We'll leave her referral link as well directly, and you can use her referral link to stake Wise Token. So if you're setting a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year stake and you want to share the love with Amelia over that time, then let's help her reach CM status. And she was in it from the beginning. And feel free to either send her some Ethereum, send her some Wise Token, or use her link to set a stake. And because look, this is what we want. We want to be able to be there to help each other out, help the community, and help bring awareness to those people who are coming into this space and prevent this from happening again. So as I said, I'm going to leave this article below. I am going to come quickly over to the MetaMask site and show, okay, so here is the actual metamask.io. We can see that link. There's no ad coming up right now, so the scams are waiting for the next crazy bull run. And I'm walking through this real quick because I think I will be able to do it. No, I don't know if my Zoom will record it. I might have to add it later, but what I'd like to do is walk people through making sure they see the 12 words and knowing when you see these 12 words, absolutely never, ever give up those 12 words. So I have it on browser record only at the moment, so I'll add that later. But that's the main points that I wanted to bring up. I really want to thank you for your time, Amelia. And for me, I just, your path resonated very much with me deeply, because we both, I recognize had to learn a learning curve to learn a new technology when you get into a new space, and how easy it is to get taken. And it's happened to all of us in some form or fashion. So it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning of Wise Token. It's just the beginning of Ethereum and DeFi and cryptocurrency. And Wise Token's all about a community of experience. The people I've talked to in Wise Token are people, whether it's from crypto or finance or life, it's people who have come with experience. And for this, just it's just even more valuable to have you as a member of the community. And like I said, from the emails, and you did Zooms with Devin beforehand, but I could tell from the questions you asked, and that, you know, you're very serious, very intelligent, very cautious, very careful. It was a pleasure. It's always been a pleasure to communicate with you, because it never felt like a waste of my time. And always feel free to reach out and communicate when you have questions in the future. And I know that Devin feels the same way. So I just want to thank you, and thank you for your patience, because I didn't want you to think I dropped the ball on this. I've been wanting to do a video about protecting people and taking an opportunity to tell your story instead of just doing a video about fraud. I want it to be an opportunity for people to meet someone, and you know, and be an opportunity for people to help someone, because you know, education, you pay for tuition, you pay for a class, and if you come away from this with a better understanding of something that you didn't know before, and you want to send a little tip, you know, to your waiter, and send a little tip of love and gratitude, I feel that little seeds that are planted now, I know that that a lot was taken, but I feel that in time, you know, maybe a nice, beautiful seeds can be grown into some abundance here in the not too distant future, so that we can turn that frown upside down.
Thank you. That was, thank you.
Devin, I don't know if you have anything else that you'd like to add to this public service announcement. What I tried to cover was 12 words. Do not share them. Write them down. In fact, what you said at the beginning, Amelia, was actually better than I could have said it. Everything Amelia said at the beginning of this video, to be cautious and to write your passwords down and to not store things on the computer, listen to that, because she knows what she's talking about. That was all right. I couldn't say that any better. And again, be extra careful. You know what to look out for: the domains, the telegrams, people reaching out to you. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. And thank you for your time.
Don't
And
trust anybody.
until the next time, have a
Well,
beautiful day.
anybody who
Oh,
reaches out.
yeah. While that conversation ended abruptly, the journey for Wise is just beginning, and so is the support for Amelia. I hope that you learned something. Cryptocurrency, blockchain technology is new, it is innovative, and there is a lot of money, a lot of resources are flooding in at once. And anytime you have that in the market, the potential for scams and malicious activity increases. So if you learned something and you would like to send a little bit of love, don't forget, we have the link below so that you can stake your Wise token with Amelia's link, and she can earn some passive Wise returns while you earn interest on your Wise tokens. Or you can send her Ethereum or Wise token directly. We will leave her Ethereum address below in the description. And of course, we'll track you on her progress as we work to bring that love and to help her and her family, who took a tremendous hit from this experience, help restore their faith in the technology, but also in the people that are around this technology. That's really what it's about. It's about the people who are helping build this world to make it a better place. So until the next time, have a beautiful day. Namaste.